this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Post-Test Explorer system to search your entire data archive for information such as events, test points, and flight conditions. So right now what we're looking at the Explorer page of the client application. I have a flight loaded. I have selected some parameter data to be plotted, and I can search for data for just this flight by either using these drop downs here to select specific test points, maneuvers, or events, or I can use the search bar up here to find parameter conditions. And I'll just briefly revisit that here by asking the system to show me all of my climb maneuvers. If I search on my climb maneuvers, system will search through this flight, and it will find the climb maneuvers and mark them, and I can zoom in and select them and get some more information on them here. But this is just for a single flight. This is just for flight 7206. What if I want to see what's going on for the climb maneuvers across my entire data archive? Well, to do that, I would go over here to the search page. So I click on the search page. Now what I see is a collection of results that span all of the flights across my entire data archive. I have 10 flights summarized right now, so it's finding all of the climb maneuvers across all 10 of my flights. So as I scroll down here, you'll see each result is a collection of information about the search result at that specific time for that specific flight. So up here, you can see some metadata, shows you which maneuver it's associated with, which aircraft, flight number, date, start time. There's some summarized minimum and maximum values here, and some plotted parameter values in here. So all of this represents one result from this search query up here. So this is one climb maneuver. If I scroll down, this is another climb maneuver. You can see we're still looking at flight 7206. Here's another one, flight 7206. If I scroll down far enough, I should find a result that has a different flight number. And there it is right there, flight 7201. So you can see this tool it's scanning the entire data archive and looking for all of the maneuvers named climb that occurred across every flight in my that's been added to my server. And so the goal here is for each result to give you sort of a situational awareness of what happened during the flight at this particular time. So for this climb maneuver, you can add or show whatever data for whatever parameters you're interested in here or in here in the summarized area. If you right click on any of these plots, it allows you to select different parameters from the list. So you can change any one of them as needed. You can also define data groups, much like you can in the IADS real-time system. And data group is just a collection of parameters, so you can toggle back and forth between different data groups to view different sets of data once you've defined them. So, the goal here is you can enter a natural language query up here and ask the system to search your entire archive for things like maneuvers, test points, and other parameter conditions. You can use the toolbar, the drop downs here as well. So if I want to see all of my test points across all of my flights, I can select all test points. Now the system has requeried my entire data archive and is showing me all these different test points across all these different flights in my data archive. I can narrow in on information as well by using a combination of these drop downs and the search bar up here. Let's say, for example, I want to go back to my climb maneuvers. Okay, and now I'm looking at all the areas of all the flights where my maneuvers were named climb. But let's say I know there's a specific condition with one of my accelerometers where I want to see if it exceeded a certain value. So I can come up here to the top and I can say I want to see the climb maneuvers where this accelerometer exceeded a specific value. If I search on that, what that's going to do is it's going to cull down those results to only the climb maneuvers where this condition occurred. And if I look at the TailXL1 data in here, I should see that there should always be a case where this data, and you can click on a single parameter to make the parameter data larger, I can see that every one of these TailXL parameters should have exceeded 0.2 at some point during each one of these maneuvers. So that one did right there. Click on this one. This one exceeded 0.2. And I can repeat that for every result here. But the idea here is that you have a pretty flexible search mechanism here. You can search on marked events, you can search on wide open parameter conditions, and then beyond that, if you don't want your entire data archive to be searched, you can use the filters up here to reduce how much of the archive that is being searched. So you can limit the searching to specific time range, like for the last 24 hours, the last week, month, maybe a custom time range. In case you don't want to see every climb maneuver for over the last 10 years, you could look only at the climb maneuvers over the last month. You can reduce it, filter it down by aircraft if you have multiple aircraft, or you could limit it to a specific flight if you only want to look at a specific flight. But that's basically a high-level overview of how you do entire data archive searching using the PostTest Explorer client application.